Okay guys, welcome to the city of Gladstone. So in last week's episode, we came into this city and we told you guys that Sam is going away for work for a little bit. He's currently away now. He's on the emergency tow vessel for AMSA called Reef Keeper. So he flew out the other day from Gladstone up to Cairns, and so far he's having a really exciting swing. There's a lot going on right now. But in last week's episode, we also did the oil change. So Sam went into the engine room and I've got the dirty oil here. I've got the key from the marina and we're going to be getting rid of this dirty oil. So I'm going to figure out how to get this thing open. So welcome to the oil pit. This is very different from the last marina we were in. The last marina just had an IBC, one of those huge like 1,000-litre plastic drums in the like garbage area, and then you just poured your stuff into here. And this is like a full proper waste oil disposal system, which is pretty cool. And this thing is all on struts and everything. Oil pit, it's called, oil pit.
I want to walk. It's black.
All right, and that is the oil done. This week we're going to give you guys a look at the Gladstone Marina, where we are, because every single marina is different. Even just the way that you recycle oil is different. Different oil pits, different IBCs. So we're going to give you guys a really good look at this really cruiser-friendly marina. Okay, so we just finished getting rid of the used oil. So because it's under lock and key, you have to go up to the marina office to get the key. And when we first arrived in this marina, they gave us a welcome packet. So a tote with a koozie, a hat, some really cool material on the city itself, like a map, some really nice resources where to find things, which is really, really cool. But when we went to get the key for the oil, they asked, did we also get a kids welcome pack as well? Which I think is so fantastic because not many marinas do this. None that I know of actually, except for this one. And I thought it was really cool. So I want to show you guys what they just gave us for Charlie. So they just gave us a bag. It's got a turtle on it. It's a coloring in turtle. Yeah, I see your face. It's excited. It says Gladstone Port Corporation down there. It's got the colouring in stuff attached to the side. There's a new hat with a crab on it. You want to wear it? Yes. Yeah? They've got a water bottle, I believe.
A new water bottle for me?
A new water bottle for you. How cool is that?
Can you open it?
Yeah, we'll fill it up. Use it. There's a book in here, dugongs, and it's all about Gladstone. So this is all really relevant to this area. So that's super cool. So we've got a book, got some colouring pages. Wow. Fish. fish. There's a prawn. There's a crabby. This is all really, really neat. And then I put our badge in here. That's for that one. Yeah, but how cool is that? They literally just said, oh, did you get a kid's welcome pack as well? And then this is just really neat. So this is the only marina that we know of so far in all of our travels that's done a welcome pack for kids. Super cool. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
All right, guys, welcome to Gladstone. Okay, so we just dropped off some rubbish. Welcome to the bin area in this particular marina. So we're gonna give you guys a look at the Gladstone Marina, what it has here. So we'll start with the bin area because we're here. So this bin area is enclosed. We didn't even recognize that this was the bin area at first because I don't know if you guys can notice, there's bushes lining all of here. So it's in the shrubbery. So you don't even know that this is the bin area when you're looking at here. Plus then this side is all white fences. So we walked by here, didn't know that this is the bin area. Then someone said, yep, there's an entrance right over there. So it's really well like blended in. Once you know it's here, it's really hard to miss. But I just love that they put a lot of effort into incorporating shrubbery and just making it look nice. So they've got a whole bunch of recycling ones. They've got a whole bunch of your general waste. And then what you guys are on right now is the recycling, the bottles and your 10-cent return cans. So there's also a place in here to leave batteries only, and that's this table here. And then in a different area in this marina, there's the oil waste. But yeah, let's show you guys the facilities here because these are so nice. So we're in the causeway right now. Up those stairs is the marina office. And then this way you've got the lounge room, laundry, and the more facilities. The toilets and the showers are down that way. But yeah, it's all pretty neat and it's all open. So we've got the office just here and right next door is the bus stop. So we'll show you guys in a little bit, but the marina has a free bus service every day and it starts at 10:30. So you meet here at the bus stop, 10:30, it'll take you to like anywhere in town, basically they'll drop you off. But the two main places are the two big shopping centers, whichever one you want to go to. Drop you off, pick you up at 1:30, and you can basically just do a whole bunch of shopping and not need to bring a taxi. It just really cuts down on your costs. Especially if you just want to do like a huge shop and you don't want to take the bus back, you just take one taxi one way. So it like decreases your outgoing expenditures by half at least. But yeah, it's every single day and yeah, we'll take you guys on the bus one of these days. But this is it. It's pretty cool. There's a few really cool things that I've noticed about Gladstone. One is that this is all owned by Ports Corp. So when I say all of this, I mean all of this, all of this. They maintain so much here and they spend so much. But Port Corps, I have to do a bit more research what that exactly entails, but I do know it entails all the big ships, it entails this marina, all this parkland, this grass area. There's so many playgrounds, the barbecues, like it's just really, really well maintained. Port Corps also owns the across the way Spinnaker Park, and they also entail the water park as well. And I think there's probably a lot more that I'm missing right now, but they own a lot and they put a lot of effort into all of this land. The other really cool thing that I've noticed about Gladstone is, what are these birds called? The white ones. He's just flown into the tree right there. So there's a lot of sulfur-crested cockatoos here. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And I love, they're my favorite bird, the sulfur-crested cockatoos. There's also some black cockatoos I've noticed in the trees on the other side of the park. But they do say that the cockatoos have the mental capacity of a 6-year-old. Isn't that really cool? So I love them because they're just so mischievous, they're so naughty, and they know they're naughty.
Mom, can you show them to your playground?
Yeah. And right now we're going to take you guys on a walk through the parkland to one of the playgrounds. So all this that we're walking through is Port Corps. And that sound you're hearing is the cockatoos. But yeah, like I was saying just before, I love the cockatoos because they're just so naughty. They literally know they're being naughty. They'll sit in trees, like the beach almond trees, and they'll eat the almonds. But they're not just gonna eat the almonds, they're gonna rip all the leaves off the trees and just like rip. They'll look at you dead in the eye and just drop leaves. That's what ours used to do outside our house in Cairns. Look me dead in the eye, rip it off, drop it. So one of the things that I think is, I don't know how to word it, unique about this area is that when we first checked in, one of the first things I saw was a sign saying, please be careful, there's been recent snake sightings. How's this? Be snake aware. Snakes are now active and have been sighted in this area. So right now it is breeding season for snakes here, and that's not the only sign that we've seen. They're all over the place. When you go into buildings, there's like signs that say it's snakes, please be aware, please stay away from like the tall grass, the bushes, and then since we've been talking about snakes, I think my phone has listened, and right now on Facebook and like all the apps, I keep getting snake catchers. Since then I've watched like snake catching videos in Gladstone, and a lot of them seem to be brown snakes, green tree snakes, and carpets, like carpet pythons. So those last two, green tree snakes and carpets, that's what I'm hoping for. The brown snakes, I think it also just might be the type of call out, like people that video and call in for a snake removal. Browns are most common that I've noticed. Brown snakes are extremely venomous. They're also extremely feisty little fellas. But I think that's also because no one wants to touch them, you call them the snake catcher. And yeah, so those seem to be the type that are popular, more or less, to this region. Pythons, green tree snakes, hey, and brown snakes. So yeah, that's unique, I think. I don't know if it's interesting, but it's unique. But when we came here, there's definitely signs around to say, watch out. And we've seen some. Hey, we've seen a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were told about a baby brown somewhere in the grass about 2 weeks ago. Coming as someone who wasn't born or raised in Australia, I do find my perspective on snake has changed a lot since I got here. So I actually arrived in Australia 10 years ago this year, and when I first came I hated all snakes, every single one. Don't like snakes. You can ask Sam. Sam remembers us going on hikes when we were first dating, and I'd have like sticks and I'd clap the sticks together so anything animals knew that we were coming, just to give them a chance to get out. Just didn't want to see anything. Now that I've been in Australia for 10 years, it's funny how my perspective on snakes has changed immensely. I quite like carpet pythons. I quite like pythons, just in general. Pythons, harmless. Doesn't matter how big they are. I like pythons. Green tree snakes, don't mind, what are they called? Brown tree snakes? Don't mind a whole bunch of snakes. I don't mind them. I don't mind snakes. I don't mind pythons. I don't mind a whole bunch of different variety of snakes. The ones I don't like are red-bellied black snakes. What else? Brown snakes. What else is there? There's a whole list. There's a whole list, guys, of snakes that are extremely venomous in Australia. Those are the ones I don't like. The ones that are extremely non-harmless are the ones that I extremely like. I think that's just how it goes in Australia. You just like the ones that are not going to kill you. Over here we've got barbecue areas, which is really neat. It's all underneath a pavilion. Really clean, really tidy. There's 2 barbecues over there and a really neat chair, I think you call it, like a hammocky type chair, and then lots of seating. They recently did an Australia Day picnic here and over 100 people showed up, like all tenants of the marina. It was just a whole bunch of people. It was a whole bunch of fun. They put on all the food and sides and everything. You just needed to bring your own drinks, which is really cool.
The laundry.
Because we're gonna show them the laundry.
Ooh,
Can you open up the door?
some clothes in it. Mom, that's that trash can. In that trash.
All right, guys, welcome to the laundry room. So this one is its own complete room. It's air conditioned in here. I don't know if you guys can't feel that, but you can probably see that we're not sweating. But this is pretty neat. You've got a line of washers over on this side. Back behind you, you've got drawers. Everything is like a tap. So you don't need to go and find $1 coins. You can just bring your credit card and you can just tap to pay, which is pretty cool. So no longer bringing like that big bag of coins everywhere. Plus, when you're doing laundry, you can sit here, you can wait for your laundry to be done and then swap it over. It's a nice air conditioned room. Underneath this table is like a free giveaway area. You can just leave stuff there and people just come in and you can just give, take, and yeah, the giveaway area there. And then you've got the bookshelf here, which is just a free-for-all, come take one, give one type of book. And you've got your payment system right there by the door. So you just put your laundry in and then just pay at one simple station over there. All right, so these are the bathrooms here. So you've got a key in to get into the main hallway. What does it say?
Snake data.
Yeah, recent snake sighting. There's been snakes in the area. All right, let's talk about marina amenities for a second, because honestly, these are some of the nicest marina toilets we've seen. First up, they're really new, spotless, and you can tell that they're really well maintained and properly looked after. One thing I absolutely love is that there's a privacy wall here. When you walk in, there's a wall between the entrance and the toilets and sinks. So you're not just opening up the door straight into everything, and it's such a small detail but makes a whole space feel more private and thoughtfully designed. The toilets and showers are actually separate here. Just next door, through a short internal corridor, you've got the showers. And the best part is that they're all connected inside the building. So there's no need to go outside and walk around, unless you want to. You can also access both from the outside as well, kind of like a Jack and Jill setup, which is super handy depending on where you're coming from in the marina. And one of the coolest little touches is that there's soft music playing throughout on the speakers in here. It just makes the whole place feel calm and comfortable, especially during the Christmas and holiday periods. They even swap out the music for festive music. So So you can literally do your business while listening to soft background music. Marina luxury at its finest. All right, so these are the showers. So there's 4 showers here. They're all extremely beautiful, really well cleaned and maintained. So you've got like an opening here for your stuff. Inside is the shower. You've got 3 sinks, sorry, 1, 2, 3 sinks. Waste bins, little seat for hangers. And the coolest thing is if you listen, they play music. So also while you use the toilet, there's music playing, so you can wee while listening to music. And there's the door, so it's a little privacy thing. And then you come out into the main hallway. Those are the bathrooms right there, female bathrooms, female showers. And then male toilets are just down here, male toilets, male showers. Pretty cool. And then you've got a key to get out as well. We're gonna go out this way. So Charlie will touch there, and that will unlock there. There we go. So it's like a little atrium. So you enter here for the toilets and showers, and then you've got your 4 doors to choose from. And then there's also another entrance to the toilets just right here as well. But yeah, you can also see right here that there's all the cautionary signs for the snakes. One of the really cool things about the Gladstone Marina is that there's 2 ramps that come down to the wharfs, but those 2 ramps are actually connected to the same wharf, and then all the fingers are off there. So you don't have to key out of one wharf to go to another. So if you've got friends on that wharf over there, you can just literally just walk. You don't have to go all the way up to the land, walk across and come down. We're all part of the same like ramp system, which is cool because then you don't feel isolated, because sometimes like different fingers have different people on them, some are more long term, like, so you don't feel isolated, with the exception of Timbuktu over there, A and B finger. You guys over there are out in the boonies, but they're more or less commercial boats, and the bigger ones over there on A, B finger. But the rest of them, I think it's pretty cool that we're all connected. So if you want to go for a walk, you can literally just walk all the fingers all in one ramp system, if that makes sense. You got your backpack? Awesome. Hands and step. Awesome. Okay, so today Charlie and I are headed to the lounge room. We've been hanging out there for the past 2 days, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys because this is the first marina we've been at that has a lounge room like this. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys because it's awesome. Yeah, packed a lunch. We're about to go do some schoolwork and some work and go play with some of these toys. There you go. All right guys, so welcome to the lounge room. So this specific marina has this room here, so if you're a tenant, you can just come up here and hang out, use the aircon, do work, and we've never seen this before with a marina, and it's just awesome. So you've got a table over here. You've got another lounge area here with books, a book swap shelf, games, kids' toys down here. There's all these cupboards are also filled as well. You can practice doing your knots. There's like really cool stuff. Over here is like a work desk. You've got the plugs, you just have a whole desk. And the best part is there's another lounge area just over here where Charlie is. So you just have multiple places to hang out. So like we could be here, 5 other people could be here off 5 other different boats, and you just have a whole bunch of space. Best part is just this way. They've got a kitchen and it's behind the wall. Dishwasher. Lots of stuff here, like lots of cups, mugs, wine glasses, everything that you need. You've got a microwave and some bits and pieces like the tea and coffees here, toaster, kettle, and they provide milk as well. So you can come up, you can have a coffee, meet other cruisers, and just have like a neutral space to meet friends. Sink, lots of stuff over here, and then another like work desk area. Then you go around this corner and you meet up with the lounge area. And then the aircon's just behind me up here. They leave the remote out, and so you can just adjust the temperature to how you like it. Now, how cool is this? We've been hanging out here the past couple days and it's really, really awesome. You can even tell Charlie's been here. There's a few kids in this marina and she's been hanging out with a few of them, so they've been doing the whiteboard over here. But yeah, I just saw that. Just literally put her name to it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any further questions on marina life, pop them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and join us on our adventures every week as we share our journey sailing full-time as a family. A massive and huge shout out to our Patreons. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do this without your support. If you are interested in joining the J Crew and supporting us making videos and content, plus you get some awesome perks like early access to videos and more, consider becoming either a member on YouTube or joining the J Crew on Patreon. The links are in the description box below, and tiers start at just $2 a month. Thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you all same time next week. Bye everyone.